Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove Methodist Healthcare from their credit report. And this is in many cases without paying the debt at all. So if that's you, or even if it's somebody that you know, then I encourage you to watch this video all the way through, because by the end of it, you're going to know what the next best step is to take. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or you believe that Methodist Healthcare, or actually for that matter, any of the accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft, or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any other major issues that are really affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that can work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. Or, if no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can certainly help with that too. Just give us a call today. Our number is in the description area below. And with that, I want to go through some of the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one I have here, I think, is really important. And that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Methodist Healthcare? I put this one at the top of the list because, we get a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And it makes sense. Few people are taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And fortunately, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So there's no need to worry about that. The amount of the debt doesn't matter either. I get asked this too. You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million or anything in between. It doesn't matter. You will not be arrested or get jail time for the amount of the debt. So let's talk about who is Methodist Healthcare and why are they on your credit report. So to put it simply, they're referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. And how they work is this way. They buy debts, unpaid accounts, credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount, okay? Let me give you an example. Let's say that, you, for whatever reason, have an unpaid card with Capital One, and it's $1,000. Methodist Healthcare could, in theory, come along and buy that debt for just $100. But they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which gives them a 10x return on their investment. So, these companies can make a lot of money. And damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is the primary strategy they have to get you to pay. However, what many people don't know is that paying a debt on your credit report does not remove the account attached to it, right? That account will actually sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, paid or not. So, a lot of time paying isn't actually in your best interest and really could just be a waste of money. In rare cases, paying debt can even hurt your score further. Now, in addition to credit reporting, okay, they may send scary letters. Maybe you've gotten one. They may call a lot. Probably are. They may even call your family members and colleagues. Now, this is important too. If a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you again may be owed a lawsuit. So that's another case that you want to give us a call so that we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Okay. Next question here is, should you negotiate a settlement with Methodist Healthcare? So settling your debt with Methodist Healthcare, I always say, depends on your goal. Typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. I know this sounds crazy, but here's why. Like I mentioned before, even if you pay that collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Now, instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us to review these accounts for you. And if certain issues exist, the accounts can be removed. And this is a win-win, right? You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score. And the negative account gets removed from your report. So it's perfect, right? Which leads to the next question. How do you remove Methodist Healthcare from your credit report? So the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Now, I will say that the knowledge required to do this is a bit more involved than it might seem. That's not to say that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but be prepared to spend weeks, maybe even months, really learning how to do it properly. However, if you hire a professional to handle it for you, you can ensure that it'll be done properly the first time, first of all, and you'll save all that extra time in learning how to do it yourself. And that's what we're here for. We're happy to take care of it for you. We've dealt with Methodist Healthcare accounts many times, and they regularly have issues. I'll put it that way. And we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'd be happy to take care of it for you as well if you prefer. How can you get Methodist Healthcare to stop calling you? So if you're experiencing this, it's what I was talking about before. Methodist Healthcare calling is their attempt to collect the debt they purchased. Okay? Which means the only reason they'll stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will Methodist Healthcare try suing or garnishing my wages? I'll say this. Methodist Healthcare suing is unlikely. It can happen. It does happen. But in our experience, it's rare. There are many laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, and it's a long process. However, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect it all, right? Which is another benefit of us, of you using an expert like us. What are my rights when dealing with Methodist Healthcare? So this is a great question. You have the right to dispute any of your debt that Methodist Healthcare has purchased. Okay, Methodist Healthcare is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, FDCPA, and as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA. Now, these acts can seem complicated, but they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use them properly. Now, if you don't have time to research these acts, it's not a problem. You can give us a call, and we can discuss your options. Our number, again, you'll find in the description area just below this video. And with that, that's all I have. Thanks for watching.